I walked out of a birthday dinner after quietly refusing to pay 75 when I'd ordered only 25. The room froze. My friend's birthday smile flickered, and suddenly I became the jerk who made things awkward. If you've ever been expected to cover more than your share, or watched someone else get away with it, make sure to hit subscribe and click like, because this story isn't just about a dinner check. It's about fairness, respect, and finally standing up. Drop a comment if you've ever been put in that spot. Let's dive in. I'm 29 male, and this whole thing kicked off at a group dinner for my friend Dan's birthday. 8 of us were at a moderately nice restaurant. Not a fancy steakhouse, but not a cheap eat either. The plan was simple: celebrate, laugh, eat, maybe have a couple of drinks. I ordered a pasta dish and 1 drink. That landed me at around 25 in total. No appetizers, no shared starters, no bottle of wine, no round of shots. Meanwhile, the rest of the table, they were in full festive mode. Cocktails, appetizers, desserts, even shots passed around for the table. When the check arrived, someone at the table, let's call her Girl A, said, "Let's just split it 8 ways to make it easy." I saw the calculator in my head. Total bill divided by 8, my share around 75. That would mean I was being asked to pay roughly 50 extra just because we were in a group and it was a birthday. My heart sank a little. I felt that familiar sting of unfairness, like being asked to carry someone else's load just because the group convenience made it easier. Here I was, feeling invisible. I hadn't ordered nearly as much. I didn't ask for the shot or the dessert. Yet I was being lumped in equally. The suggestion hung in the air. I looked around, glasses clinking, laughter. "Happy birthday, Ethan," chants. Girl A rolled her eyes when I hesitated. Her tongue, "It's a birthday dinner. Don't be cheap." The words hit sharper than a cold plate. I could almost feel the heat soaking into my cheeks. My mind raced. Do I speak up? Do I go along to avoid making a scene? Meanwhile, Ethan, the birthday guy, looked embarrassed. He avoided my eyes for a second, then cleared his throat. "Come on, man. Just this once." In that moment, I felt it. My hands went slightly cold. My pulse picked up. I remember thinking, when is just this once? Ever just this once? I felt dismissed, like a junior member of the group whose concern over money was trivialized. I hated being made to feel like the odd one out for not wanting to subsidize cocktails and shots I didn't order. So finally I said, "Sorry, but I'm only paying for what I ordered." The words left my mouth before my shame or hesitation could swallow them. Cue the silence. The silverware stopped clinking. Girl A gave me that look, equal parts irritation and pity. Ethan's face changed, the birthday glow dimming to something like, "Ah, this is awkward." The rest of the table exchanged subtle glances. I paid my 25 and left early. Walking out, I could feel the eyes on me. I could hear the muffled comments behind me. The roll of someone's eyes, the whispered, "Wow, okay." My car ride home, quiet. But inside, I felt this simultaneous mix of relief and anxiety. Relief that I stood my ground, anxiety over whether I'd just destroyed a friendship or been labeled the jerk. Later, I found out I had become the jerk who made things awkward. Not the person who tried to treat everyone equally. Not the person who asked for fairness. Me. And for a little while, I wondered, was I the jerk? I lay awake that night, replaying the dinner. I thought, why did I let this bother me? Because being asked to pay 75 when I consumed 25 felt like being seen as a wallet rather than a friend. It triggered something primal, the need to be seen, to be respected, to not be used. I remembered other times being at group trips where my room was doubled even though I'd booked my own. Being in dinner groups where someone else always mooched, being the extra ear to jokes when the real fun was between others. These little inequities stack, they gnaw. You don't always tell them, you swallow them. Until one time you don't. That night I made a decision. If I'm expected to pay someone else's drink, I'll stop showing up, not out of spite, but out of self-respect. Here's where the revenge part comes in. It's subtle, but it's real. I didn't shout. I didn't trash their reputations. I didn't demand the check be recalculated and place a sign on the table. Instead, I changed the pattern. A week later, Ethan texted me, "Hey, thanks for coming to dinner last night. Let's catch up soon." I replied, "Actually, I think I'll pass on the group dinners for now. But happy birthday again." Let's hang one on one soon. The next group invite came. I checked the date. It was the same pattern. Let's split 8 ways. I declined again with a simple, can't make it. Then another, and another. Eventually, I was not part of the group dinners. Now, here's why this ended up feeling like victory. They lost a member of their group with zero drama from my side. The group dinners went on without me. I didn't subsidize anyone. I didn't scream, "Why-o obomu?" I just quietly removed myself. I preserved my self-respect. The next time Ethan asked me to join, I said yes, but only after I asked, "Cool, so are we splitting by consumption or equal share this time?" He hesitated, looked away. He didn't give an answer right away. The pattern was broken. I was no longer the easy yes. What happened then was telling. The group dinner proceeds. I show up. Glass of water for me. No fancy cocktails. I'm fine with it. Someone blurts, "Oh, you're only doing water tonight?" I smile. Yup, the waitress comes. I get my single pasta. Total bill maybe 30. When the check comes, I say, "Let me pay for my parts." The others glance at each other, uncomfortable this time. Because this time I own my choice. Later, I get a text from Ethan. "Hey, just want to clear the air." About the dinner? "I get why you said what you said. Sorry if it got weird." That message felt like the moment of justice. Not a public apology, no big showdown, but a quiet acknowledgement. Inside, I felt calm. No more guilt. No more feeling used. I wasn't going to pretend I didn't care about the friendship. Because I did. But I also wouldn't pretend that fairness didn't matter. Here's what I learned. Respect is as much about your boundaries as it is about others' actions. You don't get respect by begging for it. You get it by enforcing your own terms. You can reclaim fairness without drama. My revenge wasn't scandalous. It was simply changing how I interacted. And that changed how they interacted. You don't have to show up to every invitation to stay in the group. Showing up under unfair terms isn't loyalty, it's self-sabotage. Fairness feels good. Being used doesn't. If a situation consistently makes you feel like the burden bearer, it's okay to step back. Silent change can speak louder than confrontation. I didn't need to argue. My action did the talking. If you've ever been in a group where you felt like you were covering more than your fair share, comment below. What did you do? Do you think you handled it like I did or differently? Smash the like button if you value fairness and self-respect. And don't forget to subscribe. There are more stories of quiet justice, bold boundaries, and small moments that change everything. Until next time.